Hello and welcome to DBP's guided STEM Ambassador sign-up session. This short video will take you through the first steps to becoming a STEM Ambassador. The sign-up is split into 3 stages: registration, induction and DBS certification. Today we'll be going through the registration stage in detail and letting you know what to expect next. Your first step will be to scan the QR code and input your details into the form. Once the form's been submitted, you should receive the links to the rest of this session and written instructions. If you don't have a QR code enabled device, please type in the link below into your browser. On the registration page, click STEM Ambassador and then click Continue. You can access this page on stem.org.uk, or if you've scanned the QR code and filled in the form, you will have been sent a link to this page. Please use your legal first name and legal last name on your personal details section. It's really important because the registration team will use this to initiate you a DBS check. Also on here, use an email address that you've got access to straight away. We'll be going in and out of emails throughout this process in order to verify our account. You do have to have a password here. They need to have capitals, numbers and a special character. And you'll need to check that you're not a robot by clicking that box. Hit continue. This next page is going to ask you for a few more details. The first one's your home address. We would recommend here that you use your primary home address. So if you're a student or on a long-term placement, we'd recommend that you use the address you live at most of the time. You'll see on this organisation section that my organisation auto fills. You can add a new organisation there, but it does take time to verify that, so it may not show straight away. You'll also see that I've ticked that I'm happy to share my ambassador work with my employer and my contact details. That basically means that if your employer has got some ambassador activities that they'd like to share amongst the workforce, that they can share those with you. It also allows them to utilise your data as part of their impact measures as well. We'd really recommend that, particularly if you've been asked to take part by your employer or your university. You can do exactly the same if you're a member of a professional institute as well. That skills section, it does make you write something, so any individual skills that you've got, you can add as many or as few as you want into there. And all of these preferences here around who you'd like to work with and the activities you'd like to do, they are there to inform an algorithm on the website that gives you your best matches of activities. They won't exclude you from doing anything else. The activity preferences is there as well, just to inform the default search. So that there is the end screen of the registration process. So the next task, check your email. So access your email account and you should have a link in there to verify your registration. So you can see in there's a little button, and I'm going to go down and click that, and that will take me to a screen to activate my account. Now you can see straight away on there that I've put a big cross through that bit of information at the top. This process has changed recently. So that information is no longer valid. At this point, there is nothing else that you need to do in this first step of registration. That's totally complete. So you should now have another email. We'll open that email and you can see that the registration stage is now marked as complete. We're done that. So the next stage is online induction. You'll receive a link to that within 5 working days. So our advice is to put an event in your calendar for this time next week or a date after that that's convenient for you for about 40 minutes so that you can set aside the time to complete that online induction. You can see on here there's a 4th stage that we didn't talk about at the start, which is an ID check with an external verifier. We'd highly recommend starting to think about who that could be at this point. You're probably a couple of weeks away from that at the moment. It's usually the same people that can verify passport applications. So we'd recommend someone from HR at work or a personal contact that's not a family member, like a teacher, accountant or doctor. There's a full list of the people that can do it when you get onto your DBS application. But what you will need to do at that point is add them to your application with their name and their email address. So getting hold of that now would just get you a little bit of a head start for that next stage. So induction link within 5 days. Most of the STEM Ambassador website is locked down to you at the moment until your DBS is back. But please explore your profile, update any details on there that you might have rushed during the registration, and you can update your public biography, which is in the public profile section. That's a really good way of sharing your information with teachers and with other activity organisers, so they can see a little bit more about you when you sign up to express an interest in an activity. Add a picture as well, that will be there for your STEM Ambassador ID card. And this is the end of the first sign-up video. There'll be 2 more videos in here, one about your STEM Ambassador induction and another one about the DBS verification. So that's all from us today. Thank you very much for taking part, and we look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you.